Hello, everybody, and welcome to Go Does the Studying again. I am doing this program called Brain Story here. That are a collection of. See, I've done all that there. I did it before in 2018, but I have to redo it again, which is just as well because I need to refresh my memory. I basically just have to mention that if we're mean to kids, then our brains develop poorly. Give us. And if our interactions are a scary place to live in, let's say for example we have an abusive family or whatnot, then our brains architecture will develop in that kind of a way where it's fearful, where it's perma-feared. Say for example, Bart Simpson's going to be growing up. If Bart Simpson's going to seriously grow up into a seriously screwed up little fuckhead because of Homer choking him all the time and causing him brain damage, and Homer's basically cutting off circulation to his son's neck, and it's actually causing him some serious brain injury. So Bart's going to end up like some kind of a poor social outcomes. It's not saying that they're poor people, but it's just that, So I decided to do some. I keep on seeing videos of students doing their study sessions with candlelit and all that stuff. So I decided to do that for tonight. I usually have this IKEA light bulb thingamajigger here. This IKEA light bulb thing there. It's an old incandescent light bulb. Probably hypersensitized the camera there. So this is pretty much all that's left of my program. This and some other courses. I plan to work for a few years in family services and whatnot, volunteering once COVID lifts and whatnot. I plan to go volunteer with between friends still, but I also plan to volunteer with once a week. Everything's so good. Once a week in the evenings is good until you feel that you want to rest. Because work. The world of work, the world of cooking for your kids, the world of cleaning for your kids, their house, until they turn into teenagers, does take its toll. I don't watch much TV anymore, so and I don't. I do binge on Netty, but I don't go after now because I kind of deflavors desensitizes and deregulates the flavor neurons of that show. You can't really taste the show, of course, because the show is a show, and the stimuli receptors are your eyeballs, not your tongue. But it's a metaphor. Everything relates to taste, actually. So what I have here are some. My brother in this room a long time ago had lots of sex in here. With these romantic candles, so I'm going to use up the last of them because they're going to waste. So I don't like anything going to waste. They had huge. He stockpiled huge boxes of it. So he was exploring his romantic side, romantic young person side. Getting all the smelly good men's fragrances. So I'm assuming this room's going to smell pretty good. This is my baptismal candle. But like I said, it's gonna. So you can actually smells like christening oil. It's just supposed that if you go to a new age store, not new age store, but if you go to an eco store, an environmental store or whatnot, and you buy this tasteless, smellless soap, it's gonna come out like this. It's pure oil. So, however, candles these days are because back in the 30s, you have cheap materials, cheap food because of World War II stock. They wanted to make rations for everything, so everything's all powdered eggs and whatnot. And as I said on MASH, as it says on MASH and everything. So therefore everything's all toxic. This fishbowl looking thing was actually from many years ago when my cousin from Hong Kong went to my high school, Lord Beaverbrook High School. He took up junior achievement. And this is one of the things he made. My brother has one, but I don't think my brother has it in this room anymore. I don't see it in here. Oh no, the wick in his particular one, the wick was defective, so the wick didn't really burn. See, what is this? Kind of some kind of weird jelly kind of material. Some kind of weird jelly material. It's already reaching the ornaments. A fish, a sea plant. I believe that's a diver under there. Let me see. Some sort of a diver, I think, in the middle. Some sort of a diver in the middle, and turn some light on here. You can't see too much because there's clouds from all this. See, it's all got this discoloration burn mark up here, so you can't really see too well. But when this thing was glowing, this thing looked really nice. You know, when the light bulb was there, it really illuminated it, and it really came through. So, I use it over the I use it over the years. So, as you can see, some of the jelly, some just jelly material is starting to penetrate the. Starting to get to the level of the ornaments in there. So let's put this guy to rest and maybe I don't know, put this into a time capsule. Right down 1990, 2000. I think my cousin went to school here in 2000 or something. Finished high school, and then he went to Montreal or something. And he went to study in Montreal, or was that my other cousin? A lot of my cousins moved close to this area. And we weren't really too much of a close family though. For some odd reason, I don't know. For some reason, this is not the cultural value in Chinese culture anymore. How our families are usually close together. So then I have these 3 romantic candles. I'm gonna put them over here to the side in a troika, in a triangle shape. So that it doesn't really So I put the one over here, and you can't really see it, but I'll put one over here, one over here, and one over here, so they don't melt into each other. And I have a little jar on the I'll show you in a second. I have a little jar up here that I plan to store all the non-evaporated wax into. As you can see, there's some colors in here. It smells pretty good actually. There's some red stuff. There's some white stuff from a rose-colored candle. Those candles have long been evaporated. So let's begin. Let's turn off this light bulb, save some electricity, and turn on these little guys. It's gonna be a little bit hot. It's gonna be a little bit warm in here, but that's okay. Because if the liquid gets too thick, I'm just gonna pour it into this little jar here to make sure it drains properly. And with candles, if the little pit here gets too deep and there's no more wick left, just take a knife, just saw right through it. A hot butter knife would do. Just heat up your butter knife just heat up a butter knife in the stove, and just slice right through it. Make some incisions here, and then what you do is take a saw or something, or some kind of other knife, a bread knife, a really sharp bread knife. Just slice it down again so the wick is longer. And then what you do is you take that little piece that you cut off and put it into your smelter jar, and then you can smelt it again as you slowly send these candles off to Candle Hala. And then what you do is you take a knife, you take a stick or something sharp, like maybe a bread fork or something. Just go in here, crush it all up, and melt it down. You can take a tin foil. You go to a Chinese restaurant, you get some Chinese takeout, and then they'll give you or these also lasagna also came out of these things. So if you're a local pizzeria, the neighborhood one, not the Boston Pizza one, they'll give you this weird plastic thing. They still use these tin things, or you can go to a Safeway and just get this for like 50 cents or a few dollars, and then it's just aluminum. So, and the good thing about aluminum is if you smelt it down yourself, like you make yourself a crucible from what you see a lot of these YouTube videos, and you make a crucible and a kiln and whatnot, and just melt it down yourself. Just get a propane tank. You can actually grind this into a bar, polish it down. Get your husband or you yourself. Cause why your husband only? Or if you know that's sexist. But somebody in the family gets one of these things and then melts it down, and then we could put it into a you could put that into a you could put that into a what's it a bar of aluminum and sell it to sell to crafters or just basically sell it to your local bottling plant. So we see here as you hold this up to the light, we see little pinprick holes. It might leak. These liquids might leak might leak onto my study papers here. Might leak onto my desk. So maybe we'll grab some tape, good old tape, and then we'll just plug them up. There we go. Rip it off. And we just plug the hole up. Find out what a hole is through a pinprick, and just plug up the leak there. There we go. And if this thing gets covered in wax, that's okay, because if you try to, you can still recycle it too. And you can still throw it into your recycle. Actually, they might not take it. The recycling places might not take it. Only if you wash your tin cans or your pop cans. If you give it a good wash, then like I did these are from a Chinese takeout place. There we go. See, these holes are now covered. Oh, there's one more here. Put some more tape there, and then just so another thing too. And if you're in camping, you don't really need to get a stove. All you need is get one of these suckers, put some tinfoil over it, and put 2 candles there, and then just put it there, and then it'll cook. You got your mac and cheese, you got your soup, you got your stew and whatnot. And then what you do is just crumple it up and then just put it in your recycling bag, to your smelting bag at home. I plan to smelt it though. Because I don't know, I like fire. I mean, I went to scout, so I want to fire. It's another scout trick, And you don't really need to get all the pots and pans out. Although those things are cool, but if you're like in the hiking, if you're like in a hiking thing and you can't bring any pots and pans, otherwise you'll make lots of noise and the bears will come and go, what the fuck? So they're going, the humans are bringing camping gear. They must be bringing food. The humans are bringing food into my territory. They must pay my toll, aka me scared the living shit out of them, and then I'll take their stuff. So what you do is put the food, the potatoes and whatnot, and then fold this I don't want to fold it because I can't as my candle holder. As a candle holder, these things have great use. In fact, yeah, these things have great use. So there, you can get a bunch of these at in the plate/fork section of your local Safeway, or you can go to get some Chinese takeout. Not because they don't. The ones up here in Canada, I haven't seen the stereotypical milk carton dragon box before. I mean, I haven't actually seen those before. I actually seen these ones though. These preserve the heat. The heat radiation is bouncing back and forth. What is heat loss, however, is through the heat permeates as the conduction of heat permeates to the outside world. That's a bad thing. But they try to use it as much. They try to preserve as much heat as they can with these boxes. These boxes, it's okay. Last time I ate one of those things, I went to Chili Island, the local Chinese restaurant here, and God, they're fucking gross. I mean, I hate to speak ill of my own people, but I used them before. And I got King I went to them before when I had a car. I went to get King Guet, and that's about it. That's the only thing I had time to eat there. I ordered some Chinese food, some Chinese takeout, some tomato beef rice. But holy crap, it made me crap myself pretty bad. It's because of the oils. They So I think it's maybe because it's oils. This time I had an allergic reaction to the oils. Okay, so I'm gonna put these candles into there. Hopefully they don't leak through, and the heat from the candles don't melt the other bodies of the candles. I arranged these three sisters looking things as little triangles. So, but their heart was having a tough time staying up because of they're rolling around because of the nature of the curvature. And then I have these little things here. What happens is the light shines through here. It looks really good. It looks really nice. The light from the candle was actually the balls in around the candle. I cleaned it out pretty good, so this should be there. But like I said, these are cheap ass candles. I mean, they're not real wax. Those things will cost a really expensive price. And the thing is, if you want to go healthy and stuff, you gotta pay the price. You gotta pay the bill for it. And you can't always get cheap stuff. Cheap stuff works, but then this stuff it's very black smoke. It's very toxic. So, so I'm going to light. Now this thing is because I can't get this thing in there anymore. If I was burning myself, because I used to be able to do that, but now it's too deep. It's way too deep. So I'm going to try and now use a stick. This used to be part of a wooden Q-tip thing. So, oh, too late. Didn't work. Let's stick there for a while until you see a second. You see a secondary. You hold it downstairs. You hold it down on the got to. Then you don't want to burn yourself. Ow! Owie. Use my smudge stick, I suppose. Smudge stick to the rescue. Ah, damn it. I don't want to burn my smudge stick. Here we go. Oh, this is for spreading glue. This is a glue spreader of another project I have there. Okay, my mom's gonna smell the smoke and wonder what the fuck's going on, so. Just tell you I'm laying a candle. Okay, try this again. I have to put this thing out. There we go. Look at that. That looks really nice. That's gonna be my. So I'll leave this up here because it looks really see what I mean? It glows. Turn this off now. See what I mean? It looks really nice. It's glowing on the outside. Oop, the candle's over here. See what I mean? It's glowing, and then the candle it's faded though because of, but everything, all the fish is illuminated. You can see the fish is illuminated. The little diver there is illuminated. And the man is illuminated. So I put this here. See, it has this really neat glowing effect. That's this really neat chromatic glowing effect there. See? And it's kind of like a. This camera doesn't do it justice, but it glows off. It glows off here. It goes off here. It's really nice. So turn to the side so that. So maybe okay. So now we're gonna light the. Now we're gonna light this thing up here. Try again. There we go. Got this candle going here. Once again, it's got this nice glowing light down there. Now, I don't want to burn my hands, so I'm gonna put this over here. Virgin candles. There's some dust on it though. And you see, even the tin, see, this is smart, because now the tin reflects the light. think this. Ooh, that's a good one. See? And I just go like that. Okay, careful, careful. I don't want to burn my hand here. And I've got pretty much glowing from the computer screen up here, as well as these ones down here. This is just something that the light bulbs just can't do. In case I ever want to study on my own in the post-secondary, this is what I'll do. When I get my own college place, I'll save on the electric bill at least. There. Okay. Oh, this thing doesn't have a little. There's usually a little switch here that allows you to that lets you select which level of heat you need, or flame. So, all right. Turn off the keyboard to see how bright it gets up here. All right, that didn't work. I forgot the. Well, you got the computer screen. You got my notes down here. Make sure that these cords do not get these cords are not in any of the flight paths of the fire. And maybe put it around. Maybe I'll go like this. I'll put it around the. I'll put it around the scene there. There we go. There we go. That should do it. And next thing I have the computer, the table here. I have my notebook here. My notebooks here. My little paper. My little papers here. My notebook will go here. And because I study when I study, I use the computer and the notebook at the same time. Or I use my computer and my textbook at the same time, and I have the computer monitor up here. So that's that. You have this thing here, the larger candle. See how much heat? Ooh, that's really hot. And that is the study session, the last one for Module 19 and 18. Module 18 and Module 19. How's this guy looking? Just tilt it a bit so I can. Still got lots of wick in it. And like I said, it's starting to leak. It's starting to drip. All the liquid's starting to drip to the bottom. So, oops, all the liquid's starting to drop. What the hell? Yeah. And all the liquid's starting to drip to the bottom here of this little fish bobby thing. All right, so that's this is pretty much the end of this. This is pretty much the end of this semester. Pretty much the end of this series. This Valley. I mean, I governed my life as if it was a sitcom. Because I binge a lot of sitcoms and especially The Office and stuff. So I pretend that life is like a big sitcom with different little sections, and the Bow Valley section of the show is pretty much coming to an end. So anyways, thank you for watching our show, and this is pretty much the end of the BVC. Is called I call this section Go Gogan Learns. So what I've learned so far was I learned about neurology, and also the whole point of brain story. For example, here we're in section 18. Section 18, course 18. Module 19. I'm in module 19 now. How did I get here? Did I do 18? We're talking about taking all this neurology, all this neuroscience. For example, adverse childhood addictions, mistreatment. We learned that it gives us, especially down here on a range of adult outcomes. They talk about how high ACEs, a very deplorable, but very was it not dismal, very dismal living conditions, abusive conditions, and living conditions, like say for example a war zone where everyone's attacking you, or parents are abusing you, or or even feeling bad about yourself because you're being teased, or your school's heavily into teasing itself into its handicapped students or whatnot, and that's what happens. In adults, you're supposed to grow out of it, but the thing is, your brain can't, because your brain is a child in child form. All this hot wax form is is um is formed that way. You pour all this into this little jar, and then you take life, and then it goes like that to the wax, and then what's going to happen is going to have little pieces everywhere, and then that's what happens. And this translates to addictions in adulthood. What's it? Held back. I don't know. I'm going to use the term retard, not as an insult, but as the medical term. Regressively retarded, held back in life, held back in jobs, held back in. It does come through, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to work that out. If your head shrinkers, with your with your head shrinkers, or with ayahuasca, or even spirituals. You talk to the priest a lot, not in confession, but you talk a lot to the priest. That you're feeling a lot of pain in there, and his job, if he does his job right, his job, because he's a priest, is to help you get connected to the Lord again in regards to healing. I'm not at that stage of my life yet. It is getting to there, so I'm getting to. Oh, my notes, my note paper is actually starting to become more illuminated. This is actually very, very romantic. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be. So I have my textbook here, and then let me put this to the side. Put this to the side, and then textbook here. I'm just trying to space together. With the textbook will go here. This huge tube of textbook. I move the computer a little bit, give myself a few inches. I do my writing there. This is perfect. The candles are actually well lit here. Put maybe 2 more candles there. Make sure that I don't. And then I can actually save a lot on the electric bill. So if I feel so bored and inclined to actually do it like that. Bored and inclined. Whoa, these candles are actually starting to get dissolved a lot. Okay, that's what I'll do. And then besides, I get heat. So if I'm a student and I'm working in the cold class, cold office, that's what I'll do. I look into the light, and and also this is actually healthy light too. This is actually flames, so it's actually healthy UV light, and it's actually making me start to feel more energetic, more calmer. It's also because it's scented candles too. But during these dark times, and winter's coming too, so. And then winter's coming. Brace yourself, winter's coming. Sun's starting to slowly go down. And then this will actually be good to help you through the long winter months. Just stare into the fire or read a book. After you've done a hard day of work, hard days of work. Kids are fed. Food's set up for the next few weeks. And just sit back, relax, just think about life and what it all means, right? Well, that's it. This is it. You'll be seeing more of me at the end of the semester. Trying, and I think I'm going to start filming myself at the beginning of the semester to talk about the study session, what we're attempting to learn, and what we think that we've learned. And my personal favorite here is this one here. If you go to online courses, is indigenous learning about the indigenous women's approach. Because of with treatment, women have different needs. It's not just men. We can just say quit drinking and everything will be fine. No, women suffer a whole lot of abuse, a whole lot of weird level, like really insane, really epic levels of persecution, abuse, mental, physical, sexual even, and therefore they have unique roles. And plus, women are more disadvantaged because of it. So women are becoming of power, but oh shit, I was talking too much. Women are becoming more empowered, but it's still very much the ratio is still very much not in their favor. Uh, because I don't know why women keep on voting for conservative. There's always a meme where it says women voting conservative, and it's always a picture of a woman punching herself in the face. You know, I don't really have a ashtray to put two ashes in anymore, or a smudge bowl. I used to smudge these sticks in the bowl, and I really can't put it on my desk up here because it's gonna burn. I really need if I want to do something, I'm gonna need an ashtray. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching our show. That's 30 minutes of me just talking about life and what it all means. Thank you for watching my show. We're gonna be right back. Da 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 da. Likes you.